Hello,
Hey, what up?
Bun Beanie. Welcome to tonight's live, where I know there's not zero people watching, but that's what StreamYard's telling us. So just in case, we'll give it a second. But we are live. Hopefully we'll stay that way. Look, if we start having internet problems, we've got the phone in standby. So if it gets bad, we'll swap over to that. But we do have the slightly better camera and a microphone setup tonight. So we'll see how it goes. We'll just see how it goes, right, Marty? Marty's ready. Marty had a big week last week. Her little Halloween debut went okay. She was a little nervous at first.
She had a couple worms, not as much as we were expecting.
She ended up okay towards the end of the night. She was feeling her, I forget the term. Feeling your, what is that? I don't know. Anyway, let's say hi to people,
Okay.
and then we'll talk about what we're going to talk about tonight and other stuff. So we've got Stacy. Hello, Stacy.
Hey, Stacy.
Thank you. Welcome back. We got JT.
Hey there, JT.
Hello. We've got Anita in
Hey,
here.
Anita.
Hey, Anita. And we got Ed.
Hello,
Ed. And Stacy says, I see your placeholder pick has a sheriff's vehicle in it. Did you guys get arrested? Not this time.
Yes. Oh, no. I mean,
No.
No,
the sheriff's just there to direct traffic, and I'm sure you
and
know.
to be in the way of my picture.
Yes. But I have seen the sheriffs pulling up on the cruise ships, waiting for people with, like warrants and stuff, and picking them off as they get off the ship. I don't know if they go on the ship and get them, or they wait till they're coming off.
I think we saw someone getting off with, like, they came on
Yeah.
and got them.
Yeah, they may. I don't know if they hold them up
on
board, or if they hold them up like maybe when they're going through customs or something like that.
We saw on Paradise when we got off, they were taking someone off.
Oh, from the ship?
Yeah.
Oh.
You don't remember seeing that?
No, I don't. I blocked it out completely.
It's fine.
But anyway, yeah. Hello, Kevin Counts. Welcome. Hello, Gina.
You see what Kevin said?
Kevin says, Bun Beanie, that can't be Marty. There's no costume.
Joke's on you.
Yeah. She's dressed up as a bearded dragon, and now as a bearded dragon with a witch hat.
Yeah. I'm going to take it off, though, because I don't think she wants it right now. She's, like, in deep shed.
So I just want to say this. If anybody is watching tonight that has just come here for the Margaritaville info, or maybe you're watching this later on and you're looking for the Margaritaville info, we are going to talk about the Margaritaville Islander tonight for sure. But C-Day's podcast is going to interview us this weekend, and that episode will probably come out fairly shortly, and that will be a much more organized and concise discussion of our cruise experience. But we're going to go over some stuff tonight. And to start with,
I was going to say, can we start here? Because I'm like sitting here waiting.
Kimbra found her favorite mezcal,
which this kind of looks like we're just drinking water.
Yeah.
We're not.
It's a skinny margarita with what is it? Criente, which is like a real smoky. And we've looked for this. It's hard to find, like, on land.
You gonna try it?
It's real hard to find.
You ready?
Yeah. It's smoky.
I mean, that's the stuff.
Now, my question is, do you like it as much as that watermelon drink?
Well, I mean, the watermelon adds a fruity flavor to it.
I mean, there's lime in this one.
Is there? Well, it's margarita.
It's margarita.
But I mean, that smoky one is a smoky watermelon margarita.
Yeah.
So it's a margarita with watermelon flavor.
Right. Instead of a lime. So the standard is lime. Like the default margarita flavor is lime.
Yeah.
So
it's good. I like it. I drink it. I mean, I am.
Yeah. It's probably watered down a little bit too, because we made these a little bit ago.
I like it. So yeah, this is it's a mezcal. It's called Criente. I've tried to find it over and over again. The Carnival ships have at the Pig and Air
We're trying to set up the phone. So I think, oh, there it is. Okay, I'm going to pull that out of there. And now you get the worst camera, but at least hopefully we'll get better signals. So,
All right. Well, it was worth a try.
It was worth a try. Anyway, we're back.
Yeah. So there's lots of drinks that have mezcal in it. I really like it. I haven't been able to find it. We can I have your microphone?
Yeah.
When we were in Cozumel, we walked through to see if they had any there. They did not.
No.
And then we were like, well, it's our last day. It was like late on our last sea day, and we decided to walk through the shops because I didn't get a keychain, which is a problem, but
They don't make one.
They don't make one. So I didn't get my keychain. But we walked through the shops and we walked through the alcohol. And Matt said, look. And I looked up and there it was. The Criante.
JT, I share a bottle again.
Oh, the camera's up here now.
So, yeah, so they had that. They also had,
Yeah.
JT, by the way, they had Buffalo Trace. They had the liter bottles. And I think that was a pretty good price on them.
Yeah, it was. They were doing buy 2 bottles, get 20% off. And it was 2 bottles of anything. We bought two bottles of this. And it was...
It's like $35.
I think it was like $70 for 2 of the bottles. And they were a liter bottle.
And then you get 20% off?
No.
Oh.
That's how much it was.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it'd have been like $70 for 2 liters.
Yeah.
Of Buffalo Trace. But yeah, I didn't think they really had that great of a liquor selection. We didn't really pay attention to it until that last day. And there you go. So there you go. Yeah.
Okay. What did we miss?
We missed some people coming in here.
Okay.
I believe. Let's see here.
He said that.
I mean, she likes some alcohol, but she really likes the drinks with that.
I like this. Yeah.
On the ships. Hey there, Brian. Hello, Brian. And hello, Larry.
Hello.
Well, Larry popped in a little bit ago.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Kevin said better tacos than Blue Iguana.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Up. It's way up.
No, I was just saying.
Okay.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Okay.
Remember the Windows Blue Screwed Up Death? Yes. And let's see, we're catching up to when we came back. Okay, Larry says, I didn't get a chance to buy my bottle of Malibu rum today, but I am cooking peppercorn steak tonight. Ooh, which uses brandy. Okay. That's not bad for 2 1 liters. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Hey there, your Andy. Hello.
Hey, Andy.
Hello. So, okay.
Larry says Kimber likes rum punch, especially if it's free. I mean, I guess technically I paid for it because it was part of the excursion.
Yeah. So look, Margaritaville, let's see. Let's just get it out of the way to begin with. If you haven't talked to us or seen any posts that indicate this, our overall impression, we're gonna do this backwards. Our overall impression was it was awesome. It was great. It was a good ship, obviously. It's Spirit class ship. The decor is fantastic. The drinks were on point. I mean, our overall experience on this cruise was very, very, very positive. And here's what I would say. This is the best, I guess, accolades I could give it, is that if I was sailing out of Tampa and was going to do a 4 or 5 night cruise, because that's all pretty much all that Margaritaville Islander does. I think occasionally they do a longer one, but and I had my choice of Carnival Paradise. Let's throw in one of the Carnival Spirit class ships, whoever happens to be sailing out of Tampa at the time.
Well, they sail 7 nights though.
I know, but let's just say that they were doing 4 nights.
All right.
And let's throw in the Brilliance of the Seas, Radiance of the Seas, whatever of the seas is there. It's not even close. I'd go on Margaritaville again.
I would too.
Yeah,
Easy,
I mean,
easy peasy. No questions
it's
asked.
it's not even close. It felt like we were on a Carnival cruise with like a special edition packaging over it. You know, it was like it really felt like a Carnival cruise. Everything about it, almost everything about it, felt like a Carnival cruise. But the decor's Jimmy Buffett, and that Jimmy, when I say Jimmy Buffett, I mean that Jimmy Buffett vibe.
Yeah.
The colors,
The vibe
the parrots, the
was
fish,
more appealing.
the limes. Yeah, it was, and that's, that's subjective, but I dig it. So that was pretty cool. So here's what I want to do. I'm going to share a screen here. I think I can do this way. Yeah, there we go. And I can't really get a better view of this, but
Matt's controlling the mouse today. This is
that's
different.
right. That's right. So
JT said Carnival Collector's Edition. Yeah, kind of.
yeah, exactly. Which, by the way, we did get a ship model. But where do you want to start? The top or the bottom?
Let's start at
Let's start at the beginning. Embarkation.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do that.
Full disclosure, I'm looking at the wrong camera. Full disclosure, this particular sailing was at about 75% capacity. So if it was at 100% or 98%, would some of these things change? Possibly. I don't know. But what I can tell you is 13 minutes from the time we entered the port, really from the time we hit no, because we dropped our stuff off and walked back.
Yeah.
The time we entered the port to the time we stepped on the ship.
Yeah. So
we barely stopped at all.
Right. So here's the thing though. Our arrival time was between 12:30 and 1. Now, because we are who we are, we arrived a bit early. 10:40 to be exact, which I do understand is about 2 hours early. But we were just sitting around and like, let's just go. Because I'd rather sit around there than sit around here. So yeah, so we dropped off our stuff and then we went and parked in the aquarium's parking lot because we can. And we walked over. So like Matt said, we walked up. There was nobody. They said go this way. We went that way. They said go this way. We went that way. They put us in a line. We checked in. They asked us during check-in if we wanted to upgrade our cabin.
Right, that probably has to do with the fact that it was 75% capacity, but
I've never been asked that before.
Not at the terminal.
Yeah.
Getting on board, I haven't.
Yeah.
So
we said no. But one of the things that was different about this one, that I haven't experienced on other things, and maybe it's just me, but they had in the terminal itself, they had places where you could stop and add things like the drink package.
Oh yeah.
And the dining plan, and like you could do that before you step onto the ship. So you do your check-in and then you can go to a couple different stands and add things if you want to.
Yeah, I can't remember if I've seen that before.
I've never seen that before.
Maybe I have, but it's not the norm. Maybe I've never seen it before either.
I thought that was a really cool touch.
It was kind of cool, especially if you did have to wait around. Like you could go do that.
Yeah.
So you could take care of some business before you get on board. Which would be kind of handy.
Yeah.
But we didn't have to wait. We just walked up.
Right. So as we were walking up the gangway, we looked at the watch and it was, he said 13 minutes. Yeah. Which was crazy.
I mean, it was nice.
It was great because we thought we weren't getting on until 12:30, and at 10:53 we were on the ship.
Remember how long we had to wait for a Virgin to let us on board that ship?
How about MSC?
Or MSC? Yeah, I mean, like, why?
Yeah.
And that
Virgin was horrible.
Yeah, I mean, no, that was COVID time, so
well, it was, but that was
maybe give them a little slack for that.
But they
But
had been on 3 other cruises before that one.
Yeah, it was bad.
That same year, to be specific.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that. This is the anti-Virgin cruise ship, not anti. Maybe I don't know.
I also want to point out, I don't know if you're going to talk about this, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Okay.
We had our luggage and unpacked before 2:30.
Yeah, our cabin, they said, would be available when we walked on board. They said it'd be available at 1:30. It was available at 1, and our luggage was there by 2. Now again, 1,800 people on the ship. That's it.
But
So
no, that's I mean,
But that's the advantage of a smaller ship.
Yep.
Because that's still 75% capacity is only 1,800 people. So, I mean, that's kind of nice. That's kind of like reinforcing my I don't like big ships, and I won't deny that a little ship will satisfy. When you walk in and you don't have to wait in line, you're going to have a good time. That was all off the cuff, by the way. Anyway, I'll also say that we walked on board and the crew were friendly. Like the people were greeting you, they were friendly. But like, I had on the my Lizard Whisperer shirt that I got from Ed and Anita, and um, one of the crew members like started a conversation with me about that.
Yeah.
I don't know if he really cared about lizards, but it seemed authentic. Like, so it was really nice. It was like he built a relationship with me, and he was on the entertainment squad, I think.
Yeah, we saw him here and there. I mean, we didn't, which we'll talk about. We didn't do a ton of extra activities.
We didn't.
But I did see him around.
Yeah.
And I recognized him because he stopped and had that interaction with us.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Do you want to start at the top or the bottom?
Let's start on one.
One. There's really nothing on.
Cabins.
There's cabins. I mean,
the Coral Reef Lounge, which
we walked into.
No, we didn't. We didn't even see it. I wanted.
Oh, we didn't even go in there.
We didn't even go in.
So the problem with the 4-night cruise, even though there's only one port stop, is that even on a smaller ship, is that you don't have time to do stuff, especially when you have the drink package. And my back was giving me fits, so I wasn't super mobile some of the part of the cruise. So we didn't do as much as I would have liked to have done.
But I read. I got to read, which is what I wanted to do on a cruise.
That's true.
So
That's true.
There's that.
Yeah. So, okay. So let's start on deck 2, the flip-flop deck. I love that it's the Coral Reef deck, the flip-flop deck. That's really cool. So yeah, we walked into the hot nightclub. I mean, it was a nightclub. The Hemisphere Dancer Craft Spirits. This bar is basically like the Alchemy Bar.
Kind of, yeah.
The only bad thing I'll say about this bar is they don't have absinthe.
Yeah.
But that's it. Other than that, I like the drinks at this bar better than the Alchemy Bar.
So
better than the Alchemy Bar.
So here's
and Alchemy Bar only does spritzes of absinthe the last time I was on it. So
the other thing about this bar compared to and actually I'm gonna say this about all the bars on Margaritaville at Sea Islander compared to the Alchemy Bar, is the Alchemy Bar, they do martinis. You can't walk up and get a rum and coke. They don't do it.
They won't make it for you?
No, they will do martinis.
Okay.
On this ship, they have all of the bars have their list of drinks, but all of the bars can also do the basics.
Well, and the last night I heard some lady who had hit her 15 drink max, because they do that on Margaritaville, by the way. And she was like, it's your fault, those spicy margaritas. Not a drink on the menu, but I'm like, hey Vlad. I don't know if it was Vlad or the other guy.
It was Vlad.
I'm like, Vlad, come over here, my friend. Did I hear her say spicy margarita? And he's like, yeah. He made me a spicy margarita. It was darn cute too.
Sorry, real quick. Hi, Dave. Welcome. And Brandy, if you're there.
Hey, Dave and Brandy. Yeah. I know they're going to go on this ship.
Yeah.
And I will repeat this again in case we have other people that have just joined, is that we are talking about the Margaritaville at Sea. But if you are interested to get our full scoop without us kind of socializing and stuff a little bit more linear version of it, make sure to watch for the Sea Days podcast. We're going to be recording that this weekend, and it's going to be all about our cruise on the Margaritaville at Sea Islander. So, but you're also welcome to join us here because we are talking about Margaritaville at Sea, which we love. Now, so that bar is awesome. I would say I love the Alchemy Bar. I like this bar a little bit more. Not a lot more, a little bit more. But considering Alchemy Bar is like my favorite bar, a little bit goes a long way.
I
I probably like the drinks at the Alchemy Bar better.
Oh, see, no, I
But
these were definitely more my
I
speed.
know, but there were. I mean, I enjoy, like, if I, when we were like, where do you want to go? This is the bar we decided to go to.
Yeah.
I also discovered espresso martinis
Oh yeah.
on this cruise,
Yeah.
and I'm a big fan of espresso martinis.
Well, and look, and this is true of the Spirit class ship
Glad also made for me.
that Carnival still owns. But the other nice thing about whether it be Alchemy or this bar is that it's a nice space. It's spacious. There's a lot of extra seating away from the bar. So it's, some of the Alchemy bars really feel crowded and like like you're in a hallway almost. This is not. This is like it's a whole room.
There's comfortable seating at the bar.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I'm going to go back to other bars on this ship or ships in general. There's either no seating or really uncomfortable seating.
Especially when you have a back issue.
Right. But they were like nice padded chairs. Like,
Yeah.
It was like, let's jump in and sit down and have a couple drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next up, let's go to the yeah, you can see my mouse cursor there. The flip flop atrium. Now, you guys have probably all seen pictures and videos of this atrium. First of all, it's an atrium, which we're losing on some ships these days, and I miss, but I understand. I'm not like saying we can't lose the atrium. I'm just saying I like the atrium. This atrium has got a giant flip flop in it. Like again, it's that Jimmy Buffett theming that is my personal taste over Carnival general theming, which I like Carnival's general theming. I'm not complaining about it. I just really like that Caribbean vibe. It's like it's so like the reason I love the Red Frog Pub so much on Carnival is because it feels like a Caribbean bar, and Jimmy Buffett feels like either Florida Keys or Caribbean. So
I would say that this is probably one of my favorite atriums.
yeah, we didn't spend really any time in it.
No, but
except for walking through.
I really liked like the elevator aspect of it because they had fish hanging at different levels all over the place. So
not correct to the region, but that's okay.
But I don't know if you noticed, I often made the choice to go to those elevators.
Yeah.
Instead of the regular mid elevators because I enjoyed that. And I don't really like elevators.
And I don't know if maybe this is just because we were at 75% capacity, but we never waited long for an elevator.
And we always got right on.
And we were never overcrowded.
Often by ourselves.
Yeah, so that may just be the fact that when we sailed, it was low capacity, but still 75%. I mean, it couldn't have been, I wouldn't think it'd be that much different. It might be a little bit different. I don't know. Moving on to the casino, we're not gamblers, but if you are, this casino, I think, is smoke free.
It is.
So if you are not a smoker, but you are a gambler, this could be a good match for you. If you are a smoker, then you probably hate it. But
well, it's also nice that it's smoke free because you do have to walk through the casino to get to the front part of the ship, which has a couple things.
I mean, if you want to turn up to
yes, of course,
the flip flop.
But it was nice, like for us, the few times that we had to walk through, we didn't have to inhale all the smoke.
Right. The Far Side of the World lounge and sushi. That's not where they had the boba, is it?
Yes.
It is. Okay. So we didn't do the sushi because we don't like seafood, but it was there. But they did have like boba and Thai tea, which was on the drink package, which we got a couple drinks from that, non-alcoholic drinks. And they were, I mean, it wasn't the best Thai tea I've ever had, but it was still good.
So you got that one drink. It was alcoholic. That was tea something.
Yeah, but that, I was going to get to that, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
You had that milk tea, which was actually better than my Thai tea.
It was, but they didn't have the tapioca balls.
Yeah, they're out of the boba. So I don't know if, we never went back to see if that was just that day or time of day or if they just didn't have them. That was a little disappointing, but yeah, I got like what was it? It was like a green tea something lychee
I
maybe.
wonder if I have a picture of that menu. I don't think I do.
I would. It's not a drink I would have ordered if I didn't have the drink package. I would have assumed that I didn't probably care for it that much.
Tranquil tea, mizu, lemongrass, sochu, oolong tea, honey syrup, and lemon.
It was really good. It was super refreshing. I really enjoyed that drink a lot. So
And I had a lychee Collins, and that was also very good.
you had the lychee, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so I know we're missing some comments here.
Oh, well, Stacy, real quick, because we just said that, is asking if you can show on the map with your cursor where we were talking about.
So, sorry, I got too many screens going on here. So this right here is the Far Side of the World Lounge. It's throwing me off because there's like a lot of seating and stuff in here. Like they did. Is this where they did?
That's where they did trivia.
Okay. But yeah, and so there's a bar here, and it's got sushi at the bar, I think.
Yeah.
And then it's got some non-alcoholic and alcohol based drinks. And then of course the theater up here. Now I'll say this about the theater. It's a cruise ship theater. If you've been on a Spirit class ship, it's a Spirit class ship theater. They did not wrap this with a Jimmy Buffett bow, which is fine. It's still a pretty theater. It's still set up nicely. The seats are comfortable. There's tables by all the seats. There's leg room with all the seats. There's a view from all the seats. I mean, that's Spirit class, right? So they got that going on with that. All right, did I miss anything on Flip Flop? I'm gonna go up to Living It Up. Living It Up. Living It Up. We will start from the bow and go to the aft. The teen hangout, obviously, we didn't do that, but they've got the Havana Daydreaming Sports Bar, which we spent a little bit of time in.
Well, sort of for a minute.
Yeah. It was kind of loud. Like we were trying to chill in there, but they had like loud soccer games on and stuff.
Yeah. So that is one thing that I will say about this particular cruise is, although there is a lot of space and seating, there's not a lot of quiet space.
There's some though,
which we did find, which is
have to know where
right.
it
I was
is.
gonna say on deck 3 is where like that secret hallway is.
Yeah, if you're familiar with the Spirit class ships,
I call it the secret hallway.
there's like hallways that run along. They're just skinny hallways. There's windows and a little bit of seating. They run on either side, port and starboard, and that was nice and quiet and chill.
And that's where we sat for a good chunk of our last sea day.
Yeah, so that's nice. But you do have to kind of know where those places are.
Yeah.
If you're looking for that kind of quiet serenity there. So we didn't get any drinks from the Havana bar. It's kind of cool. It reminded me of the Mardi Gras actually, because there's like a fake car that looks like an old 1950s car like you'd find in Havana. So it was a pretty themed bar, but we just didn't have time or reason to hang out there. So I don't have a lot to say about that other than that.
Yeah.
There are little rooms. So if it is a sports time of year, it might be a good place to go to watch your game, and maybe your game is on in a room and you don't have to worry about competing with everybody else. So there is that. Then you've got the retail shops, which we talked about the liquor a little bit. There's only 2 stores, but they're big and they're kind of made up of little stores.
I'm gonna say that there were 3 stores.
Were there?
Because I think the Margaritaville at sea, although was connected to one, I think it was kind of its own thing.
Well, it felt like you were in different stores within both of those locations. Kind of like there was definitely some, like the liquor store was in the other side, and it was.
Yeah, but it was all open.
Yeah, but the liquor was here, and like like on another ship, there might have been a wall there, and then you would say there's an extra shop. But on this one, there wasn't a wall.
Okay.
So, yeah, they had a lot of neat stuff. I mean, they had a lot of Margaritaville themed stuff.
but they do not have a keychain
No, they don't have a keychain.
for this ship specifically.
Show them the ship model though.
Well, it's going to be small.
That's all right. We can show it again later. We got the ship model, which is really cool. It looks just like the Carnival ship models. Like
It does.
I mean, I bet that they have the same company that makes them.
However, there is a small flaw that I saw as I was carrying it in here.
Oh.
Tell me what's up with that.
There's like a half lifeboat there.
There's also too many lifeboats.
So it's not perfectly
No.
accurate to the ship.
Some of
There's
them are
a
much
lot
more
of-
specific.
Sorry, I'm trying to get this moth. Oh,
Oh, did
see,
you get it?
I got it.
Good. Get rid of it.
You want it?
Don't give that to her. She's gonna eat it.
Oh,
Don't let her eat that.
it's a moth. She can eat the moth.
What if it's got rabies?
It's a moth. She's looking at it. She's like, what is that thing? Anyway, yeah. I mean, you know, Carnival's about carnival themed things. This has Margaritaville themed things, but Margaritaville's a little bit broader of a thing than Carnival Cruise. So, you know, it was good. I enjoyed the gift shop. We didn't buy much. We bought the ship model. We bought the liquor.
That's all we bought.
That's all. That's all we
Okay.
bought.
I was gonna get a T-shirt, but there wasn't one that
She just ate the moth.
really spoke to me for the money. Why is that funny to you?
Good job. Fist bump.
Only Reno
Alright.
does that.
Oh. So that's the shops. All right, moving down the way, the Flip Flop Atrium again. That's just the upper level of that, and then there's the Bubbles Up Lounge. Now,
The photo stuff is around there.
yes, which is weird because I feel like they had digital, but they also had the printed stuff.
Did they have digital?
They had iPads set up where it looked
Oh.
like you could look at digital. I don't know why they still have physical. I don't know why any cruise ship has physical prints anymore.
I don't either.
I mean, you're wasting money. You're not helping the environment. Like what?
Yeah,
Why?
agreed.
Why? Who's benefiting from that? But anyway, so yeah, the Bubbles Up Lounge is kind of the fancy champagne bar,
Yeah.
which the menus on the ship for the drinks were and oftentimes themed. Like this was in a little box.
Yeah.
and
Yeah, the
stuff.
menus were really cool.
They definitely took a page from some of the newer ships out there
Mhm.
and just put their own little twist on it, that sort of thing. JT's going to bed. Good night, JT. We will talk to you later this weekend. But this is where you get the drinks with the bubbles.
Mhm.
So we did that. We did the margaritas with the bubbles, and you put the two bubbles together, and it's all cute and stuff. So you know it's a lot of champagne stuff though. So if you like drinks, it's not just champagne. It's drinks that incorporate champagne into them.
Mhm.
If that's your thing, then you're gonna like this bar. It's not my thing. It's all right. I
Yeah.
enjoyed that margarita.
Right.
Margarita was good.
I didn't like the margarita.
Yeah.
No,
It was mango.
I got it
like
because
mango.
it was the
No.
bubble.
Yeah.
I drank maybe half of it, but the beauty of the drink package is it's okay to leave half of your drink and
Right.
then just go get another one.
Right. And then you got the dining room, which is also on 2 and 3. Now, if you eat on 2, that's like your regular MDR. It's like a carnival ship. There's no tablecloths. They say that bread is available on request. They offered us bread every meal. So if you see that,
And they brought you more if you asked for it.
yeah, don't worry about it. They're going to bring you bread. If you want to pay an extra like $20,
Yeah, you can pay or they have dining packages where that's just where you eat
right?
at the upper level.
Upper level's got tablecloths. It's a little bit fancier. Basically, it's the same exact menu with a few extra options for like $20. If you're doing the dining package, it might be worth it. If you're not, I don't know. $20 seems steep, but you know, whatever. Teach their own. So look at the menus. You can see the menus and decide per night if you want to do it, or if you have the dining package, then you know you're probably getting a better deal anyway. If you're going to go that route.
We did not do the dining package.
We did not do the dining package. No. Let's see. Not a whole lot on the next levels until we get to
Deck 4 had the gym,
yeah.
which we didn't look at.
No.
We stayed on deck 5.
Yep. But when you get up to deck 9, this is kind of their Lido deck. There's 3 pools. There's 3 hot tubs, and this is also where the pizza place is. I'm just looking at the map,
Yeah.
reminding myself. There's a coffee shop there. You didn't get any coffee for the coffee shop, did you?
No, because it was not included in the drink
It's
package.
not. Yeah. it was
No.
not, yeah.
But I did grab us some sodas from there.
And this is also where Cheeseburger in Paradise is, and a Mexican Cutie Cantina. So
And the buffet.
and the buffet. Buffet was your I don't know. I mean, it was like probably similar to the buffet you get on Carnival Spirit Class.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that the breakfast was pretty disappointing.
For you, yeah.
Yeah. Stacy said cruise ships have gyms.
Huh,
They
right?
do.
Yeah, but they, that's just short for James. So, I would say for me, the breakfast was fine. It's a typical cruise ship buffet breakfast. They had beans and toast, and I love beans and toast.
Yeah.
So
They did the carnival thing where every other day they had either bacon or ham.
yeah,
And then they either had French toast or pancakes. The days that they had bacon, they had French toast. So those were decent days. But the days that they had no bacon, they had pancakes, and I don't like pancakes, and their ham was nasty.
the ham was pretty.
So,
it was not good.
You know, breakfast, I had cereal a couple times. I did go to the Mexican Cutie Cantina for breakfast on the first day.
And they do burritos.
They do burritos.
But not for lunch.
No, not for lunch. They also don't have crunchy potatoes.
And stupid computer.
Well,
Well,
that's on Wi-Fi, isn't it?
what?
The phone.
It should be.
I'm pretty sure the phone is on
Oh,
Wi-Fi.
so maybe you can't see us, right? Okay. Yeah, cereal's good anytime. I agree. It's also nice if you've been eating too much. It's a little bit lighter meal, that sort of thing.
Yes.
Hopefully you guys can see us. Okay.
Yeah, let us know if something has happened.
I thought the phone was doing cellular, but
I mean, I can turn it to cellular. You told me not to because it had come back.
well, it should go to one or the other. So I don't know. I can see us in that, so I think we're probably
Okay.
somewhat okay. All right. So yeah, the hot tubs were fine. We met some nice people in the hot tub. Guy had on a dive Cozumel shirt and got to talking to him about scuba diving. And we weren't scheduled to scuba dive in Cozumel, but he got out of the hot tub and came over a little bit later, and he was like, "Hey, we're going diving. We kind of know this dive shop. If you guys want to go, we can see if he's got space." And we were going to, but again, my back was being stupid, so we didn't. But we made good friends out of that. We made friends. We actually kept communicating them with like rolled up notes in our mailboxes. It was like messages in a bottle. It was kind of fun. But anyway, Cheeseburger in Paradise. Is it better than Guy's Burger? I would say no.
I'd say it's about. I mean, I only had half a burger on the first day.
I'd say it's.
I would say it's
the
about the same.
I'd say it's the same. And I love Guy's Burger. So
They didn't have any bacon option.
they didn't.
Like
No, but Guy's Burger doesn't have anything but that bacon ring, which
okay, but
doesn't even taste.
it's bacon.
But it's not.
Okay.
But it's not.
That's fine.
It's not.
Yeah.
It is, but
Yeah.
it's not. So here's what I like. Here's what I like better about Cheeseburger in Paradise is that because you don't have as many options for your actual burger before you get it, the line moves faster.
Yeah.
You can get a cheeseburger with like lettuce, tomatoes, onion, pickles. or you can get it with just a cheeseburger, plain or anywhere in between. But that's it.
And sauce.
And they'll put sauce on there. But there's not a lot of like, oh, I want that one or that one or that one, which you think, well, then you're getting less opportunities to get what you want. No, because all the stuff, all the fixings are there on the bar. So, I mean, yeah, you may not be able to get like the onion ring on the burger or something, but and for some people that could be a big deal. For me, I don't care. I don't want that. So it was as good as Guy's Burger. I won't say it's better because it wasn't, but it was as good and it was quicker line.
Andy says, I used to love Cheeseburger in Paradise, chicken with coconut curry rice. So that's like the restaurant. This is
Yeah.
like just burgers,
Yeah,
like Guy's
yeah.
Burgers.
Yeah, that's all they do.
But I
And
enjoy
fries. Their fries,
going to Cheeseburger in Paradise
their fries,
restaurant.
their fries were better.
Great, good fries, very good fries.
Their fries were better than Guy's Burger. They had a little bit of spice to them, and I really like the fries at Cheeseburger in Paradise. Cheeseburgers were really good, but the fries are maybe what stood out from Guy's.
Yeah. Pier Runner Travel says the soups on board are so good.
I
We didn't.
think other than at the steakhouse, we didn't.
Yeah, other than breakfast, we didn't eat at the buffet.
No, because there was enough.
Oh, but we did have soups in the dining room.
We did.
Yeah.
We did. And they were good.
Yeah.
They were very good.
Yeah.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
I forgot that we had soup.
Yep. So Mexican Cutie Cantina. And it took me like till half the cruise to finally figure out that it's from She's a Real Beauty, a Mexican Cutie. I don't know why, like I didn't put that together, but I didn't. So I have now. So no burritos for lunch, no arepas or huevos rancheros for breakfast. But I like their tacos better.
Yeah.
Their tacos were superior to Blue Iguana. The meat was, you had 3 different choices for meat. It was better. The tortillas were better. The sauce selections afterwards were better.
Oh, that's Richard.
Richard Getz?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, hey, Richard.
Didn't
So
even realize.
again, I am not knocking Blue Iguana. I love Blue Iguana. But
Here's what I'm gonna
for
say.
lunch, I'm going to Mexican Cuties.
When I went to get my breakfast burrito, I had like a full conversation with the guy making my burrito. I've never had a conversation with somebody at Blue Iguana. Like he asked me how I was doing. He asked me where I was from.
Yeah.
When
That's
I said the Tampa area, he asked me how I did with the hurricane. You know, I mentioned we
Right.
lost some fence, but everything was fine. He said, "Well, you know, at least you're good and you're here." And but like he was super friendly, super chatty.
Stacy's asking, did they have fish tacos?
No, they did
No.
not have fish.
No, they did not.
They
No.
had chicken, pork, and beef.
But the beef was like steak. And it was good though. It was like the meats. I didn't try the chicken, but I tried the pork and
Chicken
the
was
steak.
delicious.
The pork and the steak were very good.
Yeah, I would say it was chicken, pork, beef, or steak.
I couldn't even tell you which I preferred between
Yeah.
them. And again, I only ate tacos once just because I didn't have time. I only ate cheeseburgers twice. I just didn't have time. That you know, that's the unfortunate thing about a 4-night cruise.
Yeah, you don't have time to eat all the things. That just means we have to go back.
Well, yeah. And then there's the pizza, which is moving on down the line there. The Frank and Lola's Pizzeria. I am not a cruise ship pizza connoisseur. Like, it's so much time passes between me eating pizzas on different cruise lines and ships that none of them really stand out to me as being that unique or different that I'm like, oh yeah. I have liked all the pizza I've had on cruise ships, and I would put this in that category. It was good. I enjoyed it. I'm getting hungry just thinking about it, all this food, but yeah, nothing special to say about it, but nothing negative to say about it. It was cruise ship pizza, and that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, it was good pizza.
It is in the buffet area.
I am gonna say that there was a line when I went to get the pizza. but it moved. Like they were constantly like as I was kind of standing there waiting for him to cut a pepperoni, he pulled 3 pepperoni pizzas out of the oven.
Oh, nice.
So it was like they were moving them.
Did they have as many options for ordering pizzas?
So
Pepperoni and cheese, I know, but
they
formaggio or any of that,
they had quattro formaggio because that
Okay.
was the other one I grabbed.
right?
Because
That's
I
right.
grabbed pepperoni in that. They have mushroom, but because the line was so long, I just grabbed what was there and walked away.
Yeah.
So I didn't take the time to because I probably would have gotten a mushroom pizza. But I didn't take the time to do that just because of the long line.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Cruise Nuts.
Hey, Cruise Nuts.
Was the pizza crust thicker, thinner, or the same as Carnival? I would say slightly thicker.
You mean the butt of it, the bones of it? Because the slice I had, it was real thin and floppy.
Oh, the others weren't.
Mine was like super thin.
I think that
It was
because
like
the cheese
it was
melted.
like St. Louis thin, but it wasn't like St. Louis thin and crisp.
Oh,
It was like floppy, like New York pizza.
I mean, yeah, they're floppy.
But it was thin.
Mm.
Yeah, it was real thin. So it might be because they're rolling it out. It might vary a little bit.
Yeah, it might be like the whole thing was, or just the first bite.
The
whole slot.
body of the pizza,
Oh,
which was I'm fine. I mean, I'm from St. Louis. I
Okay.
don't have anything that's thin.
I would say it was similar to Carnival.
Hand tossed, roll a little thin.
Yeah. Let's see. Richard said just booked February cruise, and if you qualify for Heroes Sail Free, you can go for port fees and taxes. It's only
Nice.
select dates, but it's a good deal. Wife scored a deal with her TWIC card. Cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, we met somebody in the hot tub. She was retired from the Treasury Department,
Mhm.
and she can sail on the Margaritaville ships for free
As much as she wants.
as much as she wants. I don't even know if she's paying port fees.
I don't know if she is. Yeah, she didn't mention.
She acted like she wasn't, and she gets 60% or 40%. See, I think 60% off on other cruise lines.
Yeah.
Who knew? So yeah. Okay. So then we got the coffee shop. Did we already? Oh, on the wrong deck. No, I'm not.
Well, no, you talked about pizza. We got the coffee shop we didn't go to.
The tiki bar and the island eats. We didn't eat there. It's mostly seafood. They do have some other things. It is
an extra charge.
Yeah.
And then I think that's also where they have like the other side of that has like some wings and some other stuff like that, which is also an extra charge, which we did not do. But
not because it was an extra charge, because we don't like seafood, and because we didn't have time to eat the included food.
Yeah.
So there was no reason for us to look for alternates because there was plenty of good food there. I would have spent a little bit of money and bought wings if I wanted them. I just didn't need them.
Yeah. This was my second favorite bar.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
The tiki themed stools
were unfortunate,
especially for me because again, back issues. But
the drinks.
normally probably would have just been mildly uncomfortable for most situations. But the drinks they did have some good
This
drinks.
was the
Didn't
Blue
they?
Hawaiian.
The blue, oh yeah, that
Yeah,
blue
the
Hawaiian.
blue and your ginger beer.
So we got in a hot tub. There were some characters in that hot tub, and we ended up ordering. I mean, the whole hot tub ordered blue Hawaiians because Kimbra was like, "Oh, this is really good," and then we ended up getting like 15 blue Hawaiians.
No. We had 7 blue Hawaiians.
Oh, it was more than
They
that.
ended up with 4, and we ended up with 3.
That was it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there were a lot of blue Hawaiians slinging around.
There was some other people that may have had some drinks, and this guy comes up, and everybody's like, "Blue Hawaiian, blue Hawaiian, blue Hawaiian," and he's just kind of looking at us like, "How many blue Hawaiians do you want?" And the guy, this family, there were like 5 or 6 of this family.
Yeah.
And they didn't have the drink package.
No.
So this guy is saying, 1 blue Hawaiian, 2 blue Hawaiians, we want 5 blue Hawaiians. And he kept shouting, 5 blue Hawaiians. And I'm like, shut up. because I was like, we're getting a blue Hawaiian, and then there was this other lady whose card was with her husband.
She had the drink package.
She had the drink package, and I was like, no, we're gonna put hers on ours because she just can't get to her card right now. Why are you paying for her to have a blue Hawaiian when she can just get one?
He was like insulted. I mean, I think he was joking around, but she was literally like, "Shut up!"
Because he just kept yelling at this poor bartender man, and I looked at him. I pointed my finger and I said, "Just shut up!" And I said, "Put 3 of those on our card, and whatever he wants." And he goes, "Fine, 4 blue Hawaiians." And I'm like, "Great."
He was like insulted. He's like, "I'm trying to buy her a drink." We're like, "She's got the drink package and we can get it for free. Why are you spending your money?
Stop doing that.
Stop. Save it for yourself. Not that you need more, but but it was fun.
It was fun.
There was another guy that when we first got in the hot tub, he was obnoxious but fun. And he was like, when anybody got in the hot tub, he was like, "All right, you got 30 seconds. You got to tell us what your name is, where you're from, and what you do for a living, and why you're on the ship. Go."
But then he interrupted you every single time you tried to talk.
But then he never stopped talking. It was pretty funny. He was an interesting character.
He sure was.
All right, so I think that covers the 5 o'clock somewhere deck 9.
Yeah. We spent anytime that we spent time on this deck, we spent it pretty much in that back area in the hot tub.
Yeah, the hot tub was pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
The other 2 pool areas had some kids and were very directly in the sun.
Yeah. They were just always really loud music playing and stuff, and that's not really our jam. So.
And I am terrified of getting burnt. So.
Although all the hot tubs really are kind of in the sun.
They are, but for whatever reason, I felt differently in that one.
It was quieter back there. I mean, despite the lots of drunk people in the hot tub. That was not quiet, but it's just like
no, but that was entertaining. But that was fun.
Yeah. So, all right. So then we go up to the Lucky Star deck, and the only thing on the Lucky Star deck really is
the Land Shark Bar.
That's worth talking about for this because there's cabins, but yeah, the the Land Shark Bar, which. I know, Richard, you had told us this, and we had seen this in some videos to get those aluminum cups. We never saw any of those on the ship the whole time. We
also stood there for about 5 minutes waiting for. It was like crazy busy.
Yeah.
So we walked away and never went back.
One of the few complaints I have about this cruise is that they didn't have enough bartenders.
Or it didn't feel like they did.
I mean, a lot of times they had one person, and it just wasn't cutting it. Now, I will say the Hemisphere bar didn't really feel like that. And
when we first,
at night they kind of caught up with it.
They did better. So when we first went to that Hemisphere Dancer bar, we walked over there as soon as they opened, and they only had one bartender there. And the bar was full of people. And this poor guy is like, "I'm trying to catch up." So that was a little bit of a mistake, because you'd think when you're opening a bar, especially one that you probably know is popular.
Well, right after muster.
So
which is the old school muster.
Everybody's tired of standing around. They're like, "Let's go get a drink." They go to this bar that has just opened, and there's one bartender.
And they're not simple drinks to me.
Yeah.
So
now that changed for the rest of the cruise.
That was
that
was
a little
not the bar I was talking about though. I keep getting them backwards. I was talking about the one we liked the best.
Hemisphere Dancer.
Oh, but the one we went to after muster was the one more in the
Hemisphere Dancer.
Was it? Oh, I thought it was on the other side. I don't think so. I think it was a different one because it's where we got water at one point too.
Oh, that was the Havana bar. We walked there, stood there for a minute, and then walked away.
Okay, yeah, and then we went to that was the same thing. That's the guy I was thinking of.
Same issue.
Yeah.
Let's see. Richard says, "I agree about the bartenders, and they closed them too early. They did close some of the bars early.
Yeah.
And hot tubs closed at 8, which normally would bug me, but we were actually like in bed by 8 o'clock most nights, or like laying down, like not actually sleeping. But I don't know. That one night we went to bed at 7:40.
Yeah, we did. Richard, I don't know if they got rid of them, or we just didn't see them, or what, or they were out of them this cruise. I don't know. We didn't ask anybody, to be fair, so but we didn't. The only time we saw those cups was behind the bar, and they were using them
to put the receipts in.
That's the only time we saw those cups at all. So they may be there, and we just didn't ask anybody. So I don't know. They look cool though. They did look cool. The other thing on this level is the JWB Prime Steakhouse. We ate there.
We sure did.
We saw a lot of videos going on and on about how this was really, really top-notch steakhouse, the best steakhouse on the sea. I don't know if we just got pulled the short straw, but we were not impressed with the steakhouse. This was easily the most disappointing part of the cruise, and there wasn't a lot of disappointing on this cruise, to be fair.
No, but this
is the only thing I think that was truly slightly upsetting.
It's also how we ended our cruise.
It is because
it was our
anniversary.
So that kind of put like an extra bummer on it.
But we got 2 appetizers. Mine was really good. That was really good. It was an Italian version of like Saganaki Greek cheese.
Provolata.
Provolata. That was excellent.
Oh, hey there, Captain Billy.
Hey, Captain Billy.
I was talking about you today.
She was trying to figure out what your name is, really. And then you got the
meatball.
Meatball. Which we saw people saying that meatball was like bringing tears to their eyes. It was fine.
Nona's meatball is better.
Yeah, Nona's meatball is better. And then the French onion soup, or they just called it onion soup.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the worst onion soup I've ever had. Like the soup itself was fine, and like somebody pointed out, the soup and the MDR and stuff was really good. The problem with this soup is
I'm a man with many names.
Is the cheese was hard and flavorless. I don't know.
It was like chewy weird.
Yeah, you couldn't
like
even
rubber.
cut through it. Like it didn't melt, even though the soup was scalding. It was not good.
They said how much was the steakhouse? It was $55 per person, and then they add gratuity.
Mm-hmm.
So
it was not cheap.
Was pricey for the 2 of us.
Our steaks were not great. Like I got the ribeye. It was kind of flavorless. It was cooked correctly, I think, but it was still kind of tough.
So I'm gonna say something similar because I didn't really talk about this with mine. My steak, I got the filet.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was also flavorless. And when you say tough, that's interesting because I struggled cutting into it. Once I got through like the outside, it cut a little bit better. It was cooked correctly.
We got a medium rare.
It was cooked correctly. The outside was hard to cut through. And it was cold.
Oh yeah.
It was
mine cold. Was not cold, but mine was barely warm. So the dessert
was good.
The dessert was good. I got the banana cream pie thing.
The sides
I enjoyed that. The sides. Okay, now I got the Parmesan French fries because I'm an American. So but these French fries, the Parmesan was fine, but the French fries themselves, they brought back memories of school cafeteria French fries. Not even like cafeteria at the aquarium French fries. Like school cafeteria. These were gross. Like I would not have wanted to eat these if they were free. I definitely didn't want to eat them having paid for them. So yeah, they were not good at all. Not good at all. So and even our wait staff there, they weren't like rude or anything.
No, but it just seemed like they were lost or had too much to do or needed help or were new. Like something just didn't seem right.
Captain Billy says they couldn't find their last shaker. Oh,
yeah, apparently.
Yeah, apparently not.
Also, salt would have done wonders.
Salt might have helped.
You know what? Even dipping it, because I got the peppercorn sauce.
And I got the chimichurri.
Dipping it didn't cut
if I didn't have that chimichurri, I don't know if it would have been edible.
Right.
It was that bad.
Yeah.
And like the seating, and this is probably the same on Spirit Class, although we ate at the steakhouse on the Spirit Class, but we sat in a different area. Where we sat, it just felt like we were having dinner with like 2 other couples.
Yeah, it was awkward.
And I don't mind that in the MDR.
Right after we sat down, they sat another couple right next to us.
And they got their food before us.
They sure did. And the other side was done at the same time we were. Yeah. They sat down about halfway through our stuff.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Something seemed off.
Yeah, and now, like I said, we've seen a lot of reviews of this. We weren't going to do the steakhouse. we saw so many positive reviews and glowing reviews that we did it, and it sucked. So, if you're going on the ship and you like steakhouses, I would consider it. And if you do, let us know how your experience is, because I don't know if we just had an anomaly experience.
Or if the things that we've seen and heard and watched are just completely crazy.
Or
Like
yeah.
I don't know. Are our taste buds just wrong?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Anyway, that was our big
Yeah.
faux pas of the ship. I mean, there were some other little things, and listen to the podcast. We'll go over those. Nothing major though. Nothing major. Everything else that we would complain about on the ship is nitpicky, I would say, and stuff that we could complain about more on any other ship.
Right.
We really, really, really like the ship, and the overall experience by far was very, very
I
positive.
mean, I think we were on the ship for 30 minutes and we said, yeah, we'll do this in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
again.
it was real obvious.
And definitely felt that way through the rest of the cruise.
Yeah. Now, the top deck, which apparently doesn't have a name.
Deck top.
Um,
That's where the water slide is.
the water slide, which we did not do. Here's my biggest regret on this ship, and it's not the ship's fault. This is not the ship's fault. This is our fault. I'm just the way life
It's not
worked out.
entirely our fault.
Well, that's true. It's not. Yeah, it's not our fault completely, but we did not get to do the cornhole or the mini golf, which are two of the things I was looking the most forward to. You do have to go down to the towel area and get the bean bags and the stuff. And we didn't do that. We kind of figured we'd do it on the last day. I was having some difficulties walking on the last day, but we did try. And because we were being chased by that hurricane that's now dancing in the Gulf, it was super windy, and that whole area was closed the entire day.
Yeah.
I don't blame the ship for that. That's safety, 100%. Totally get it. It just didn't work out for us. But again, that gives us reason to go back on there.
But
we did walk.
I was gonna say we did get on the
Yeah.
first day. We did walk up there and see the area, but it was right before we went under the Sunshine Skyway, so it was packed with people.
Yeah, it was real packed.
But we did get to see it.
Yep.
So we didn't completely
cool.
miss out on it.
Looked really cool.
We just didn't get to participate.
Yeah.
Partake. Yeah. Partake.
Participate. Either one would work.
Which means we have to go back.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, that's in a nutshell, that is our Margaritaville at Sea Islander experience. We can talk a little bit about Cozumel as well.
Pull that down so that we're full screen.
Okay. Yeah.
Because they don't need to see that anymore. Up at the top it says stop sharing.
Does it?
Up. There you go.
Up there. Okay.
Yep. Also, real quick, Captain Billy is going on a cruise tomorrow.
Wow.
So that's exciting.
Bon voyage, my friend.
Also, you know who's not on here, and you know why? Air Force Les. Because he's currently on a cruise with his lovely pet.
Hey, look, speaking of cruises, we announced last time, was it last time or the time before? We have a group cruise that we are doing.
Oh, we have a thing.
And that is going to take place in the year 2026.
Brand.
And let me find the dealie here. It's actually Sea Days, who, again, check out the podcast, Sea Days, our friends JT and Jen, which we're going to be doing an interview with him, or he's going to be interviewing us about this cruise. So it is a collaborative group cruise, 2026. It is on the Carnival Magic. It is going to Princess Cay, San Juan, St. Martin, and St. Thomas. If you are interested in booking this cruise, we have booked quite a few people.
But we want more.
We want more, and it's a long ways out. So there are cabins available. But JT is booking these cabins for us, and his contact information is there. if you don't see this or something and you want to find out more, just head over to the Fantastic Cruising community.
Send us a message and we'll
Yeah.
we'll get you the info.
Yeah. Or C Days also has a Facebook group that you can join. And again, check out the podcast. We've been on there 2 or 3 times, and he's had some good. They I should say they have had some good guests and some good topics. So if you missed the Fantastic Cruising podcast, check out C Days podcast.
Kevin Billy says, what kind of carnival ship is the Islander similar to? It is a Spirit class ship, so it's like the Legend, the Miracle, the Pride, the Spirit.
I wouldn't say identical, but it's darn close.
Which
It's only not identical because they've made a few interior changes.
yeah,
but
but
it
I'd
has
say
not much,
Billy, the,
other than the decor.
the Pride is what our group cruise was on, so it's very similar to that ship layout.
Yeah.
Um,
It's like if you took the Carnival Pride and you made it the special edition Jimmy Buffett version,
it's basically the same.
that's what you've got.
Slight differences, but basically the same.
Yeah.
Anita says, hello there, Marty, sweet girl. I forgot to say hi to you earlier. She's been real sleepy today.
Yeah, she's asleep now.
Stacy's putting JT's email up there.
Oh, appreciate that.
Stacey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Captain Billy says 2026 is open for us.
There you go.
Well, I think you should join us.
We got a fun group of people. I don't remember how many cabins we have right now, but I want to say it's like
I think we have 15.
15 cabins booked currently. So, there's more the merrier. So, yeah.
Oh, Billy's going on Spirit. That's what he's going on tomorrow.
Oh, there you go. If you like Spirit and you like Jimmy Buffett, you'll love Margaritaville.
Yeah.
That's what I would tell you. That's what I would say about that. So let's talk about Cozumel real quick.
Okay.
We were in Cozumel. We were.
Oh, here. Sorry. Since we're bigger, I'm gonna do this.
Oh yeah. Okay. Show them the ship model.
Oh, it's up here.
Yeah.
That's
kind of blurry, but
there you go.
It's a
ship model.
It's a beautiful ship model. It's got
cool.
It's got the painting on the hull,
which you can't see,
and on the stack.
Kinda.
So
yeah, it's cool.
Does it have details of the
what?
The mini golf or anything? No, it doesn't.
No, it's not very detailed. Like like the hot tubs aren't on the.
That would have to be so tiny to get that detail in that level.
They have all the details.
They got a little more detail on that one.
Yeah, the Mardi Gras ship is much more. Look at it's got all of the rooms.
Oh yeah.
This one just has lines.
A little more generic, but that's okay. It's still
hey,
good.
I mean, it does the trick.
Yeah. So we were invited to go scuba diving with these people that we met, and we wanted to, but I couldn't. So we did our original plan, which was we were going to go to Chonkanab because we love Chonkanab, but we were in Cozumel on a Sunday, and some things are closed in Cozumel on Sundays, and Chonkanab is one of those things.
Sorry, we've got a couple comments here. CruiseNet says, I have tons of drone footage of Islander if you need some.
Appreciate that.
Cool.
Appreciate that.
Billy says, not as cool as a custom fantastic cruising Carnival Pride ship on a stick, though.
Well, and you know what? If you go on our group cruise, I guarantee you, we're going to have contests, and we will have some sort of trophy prize for those contests. Something. We'll have something. It probably will be another 3D printed thing because we have that ability.
Probably.
Hopefully.
And if I can get the newer printer working, it might be even fancier.
Oh, fancy.
We'll see.
Fancy.
It says, thanks, Kimber and Matt, for spending this week in the wood shop with me. I streamed the Fantastic Cruise podcast from the first one.
Oh my gosh.
Cruise Creatures. Wow.
Wow. You're a trooper. We appreciate that. And Ed and Anita will be on this cruise. Stacy and Gina will be on this cruise. I don't know who else is. Oh, your Aunt Dee, is she still in there? She's booked on the cruise. My cousin Randy is booked on the cruise. I don't know if anybody else in the chat is booked.
A lot of the people
JT,
who are our original are coming again.
Yeah.
Plus more.
Plus more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bonus people. So since we couldn't go to Chonkanab, we looked for alternate places to snorkel, and we found a place called the Money Bar, which I've heard of. And the Money Bar is pretty close to the port. It's actually, Chonkanab's not far from the port. Money Bar is closer. We did some research. It was going to be $13 cab fare to get there plus your tip, and then it ended up being 15 back, I think, right?
That's what he told us.
That's what he told us. We might have gotten taken for a couple bucks. I don't know, whatever. But anyway, Money Bar is basically it's a restaurant bar. It's kind of nice. It's a little bit fancy, I would even say.
Yeah.
It's a little swanky. Now, if you go to Money Bar, you could just get in the water and snorkel, and you don't have to give them a dime other than your cab fare to get there and back again. But, that's kind of a douchey thing to do, but not in the Papiamento way. So, you should buy a drink or food or something, which we did. We got appetizers, we got burritos, we had nachos and appetizers, burritos, which were huge, and
Welcome back, Larry.
and sodas. So we spent $80, I think, on food and drink there, non-alcoholic drink. So it wasn't cheap, but had we gone to Chonkanab, we would have spent $70. No, $60
just to get in.
Just to get in, and then whatever we would have spent on food. Now, if you're a snorkeler, the food. Let me just say this: the food was real good.
Mm-hmm.
The food was really good. The people there were very nice. The scenery was beautiful. It was not crowded at all. But if you're in it for just the snorkeling, Chonkanab is better. However, the snorkeling was good at this place. Like, we saw a lot of biodiversity.
Yeah.
So a lot of different species of animals. When we got in the water, the current was kicking butt. We do have a video that is actually edited, and we just have to narrate it on our snorkel experience. The current was harsh. Like, I was like, we had to be careful and stay near shore where we could stand up, because I was seriously concerned that we would get pushed out into somewhere where we couldn't get back. And I've seen families in videos snorkeling at this place, and I'm thinking, if you bring your family here, you better check this out first and make sure it's safe. Now, what happened was, within an hour, that current, not only did it slow down, it actually changed directions.
Yeah, but it wasn't as strong.
No, it
Yeah.
wasn't.
When we
Like,
first got in, I was like,
Yeah,
I'm not.
we couldn't even stand
like,
up.
I'm just gonna stand here and hold on to the ladder.
Yeah, it was
Um,
real strong.
But it was fine.
Yeah, it was really strong.
Got my workout.
Yeah, now I would still say, if you are taking people to this place to snorkel, and this includes yourself, if you are not a strong, comfortable swimmer,
Or if you don't have fins.
and if you don't have fins,
Yeah.
even if you're a good, strong,
Yeah.
comfortable swimmer, you need
Oh,
fins.
there's no way I could have done this without
you need
fins.
fins. So test it out. It might be fine, but just don't just jump in.
But it
and you're
did
good.
get better.
It got a lot better.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's more of just check it out before you fully go in.
Yeah. So
Marty looks tired. Marty does seem very tired tonight.
she is pretty tired.
Look
Yeah.
at her legs. She's so silly.
But
I think she's got a nice poo brewing in there.
probably, yeah.
That sounds gross.
That does sound gross. But basically, once the current subsided, the snorkeling's fairly shallow. You can see everything from the surface, because I wasn't doing a lot of free diving on that day. So you could see it, and a lot of it was shallow enough that you didn't need to. You could, even if this current is strong, you could still hang out in 2 or 3 feet of water and see stuff. But
I mean, you can just stick your face in and
just
see
gotta
stuff.
be
Yeah.
careful where coral and rocks are, that you don't get slammed into it. But it was good. It was good. I would go back. If I could go to Chonkanab, I would go to Chonkanab. But if I can't go to Chonkanab, or if I wasn't there primarily for the snorkeling, I would definitely go back to Money Bar.
It could be a fun place. So I'm gonna say kind of like Latina Del Mar. Like,
Yeah.
I would choose that over Money Bar, but I would say, and just because it was all inclusive.
Yeah.
But if you had a group of people, it would be fun to kind of hang out. Like, if some people wanted to sit up for a little bit, and some people, because the snorkeling was better.
The snorkeling was better.
So-
the food was better. I'm assuming the drinks were better. I don't know. We didn't get it.
Yeah.
but the snorkeling was definitely better. Like I enjoyed snorkeling at the Del Mar place. Like it was fun. I had a lot of fun. I saw some cool stuff there, but it was one little space.
Right.
And so this was a much wider expanse.
Yeah. So between those two, it's kind of a choose what's more important to
Right.
you.
Right. Yeah, and yeah, how long do you want to spend in the water?
And who's going?
Who's going along?
What's the purpose?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, it was good though. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it. So that was kind of what we did in Cozumel. We I got this. Maybe I should break it in some sort of sacrifice to hopefully maybe someday see this team winning again. But it won't be this year. So, but I like this anyway. I'll be a fan because I'm masochistic.
We almost got like a tiki skull thing too, but
yeah, they tried to sell us that. We got this one down from originally being like what 40,
35
to 20. We probably could have got them lower, but I was like, you know what? That's hand painted. It's worth $20. So
It's cool looking.
yeah. So yeah, there you go. But yeah, if you guys have Hershey Kisses, that's gross, Billy. And trust me, you don't want to see a Hershey's Kiss coming out of this thing because she doesn't poop often.
Oh,
When she does,
oh, Captain Billy won 2 tickets to a
I saw that.
Dolphins game.
I saw that.
Oh,
I mean, if you're a Dolphins fan, this is not the year to go see the Dolphins play because I don't think they've been doing a lot of playing. But I am a Dolphins fan, so I think it's cool still.
Eric went to the game that he got his concussion.
Yeah. Eric's gone to several Dolphins games. He's a Dolphins fan like me, so he feels the pain. Yeah. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about Margaritaville at Sea, we can try and answer them based on our experience. If you want to go on Margaritaville at Sea, I would definitely recommend it. The worst part of Margaritaville at Sea is that they're short cruises. Like the longest cruise you can do typically, I think, is 5 nights.
They do have a 6.
They do have a 6.
Where you go to all 3 of the ports.
Sadly, one
but
of
it's
so, but
yeah.
But I haven't been there, so I would give it a shot. But yeah, it's a good ship. It's a good time.
Yeah.
It's comparably priced, I would say, to Carnival.
Yep.
And probably to Royal Caribbean's in that size range.
And they run deals all the time.
Well, like Richard was talking about, if you have military service or something like that, you might be able to get a really good deal.
Right now, I'm sorry, Marty, I'll stop. She's shedding and I'm picking at it. She doesn't like it. Right now, they're doing like a Black Friday deal where it's, I don't know, some percentage off of some sort. But every time I look, they've got something like that where it's buy one, get one free or half off or so is it really, or do they just like making the price look higher and then dropping it down? Who knows? But it always appears that they're running a deal.
Yeah.
And it's reasonably priced.
Yeah. Yeah.
What did you scroll up on the comments for?
Did I? I was trying to. Me too.
It's a good ship lollipop. How many people on your cruise?
We were told there was about 1,800, and that is about, and I think the cruise director, somebody that worked for the ship said they were at about 76% capacity, I think.
Oh, I did the math. I don't know. I don't know.
Somebody said it.
Oh, somebody said it.
Somebody said it, and it wasn't just like a rando cruiser. So the 1,800 we heard from a person.
The bartender told us.
Oh, okay.
And then I asked him what capacity was, and I did math.
Because somebody thought it was 1,500. That we heard from a random cruise.
Yeah.
Okay, so somehow we've divined that it was about that. So, I like that number of people on a cruise.
It was nice.
It was nice, yeah. Because I know that like the huge ships have space and they manage crowds well, but at some point, everybody's going to be doing the same thing, and you're going to have a choke point or something like getting off the ship at port, something like that, especially it's like tender port or something. It's going to happen. and you can avoid that maybe on a ship like this.
Billy says, "How big was the casino? I know it's small in the Margaritaville ship. I would say that the casino is a pretty good size.
It's like the Pride.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look,
Um,
something that's really important to know about Margaritaville at Sea is that they have the two ships, the Paradise and the Islander, and those ships are about as different as you can be. So
even the way that they run it,
yeah,
like everything
it's
about it,
very different.
it's almost like two different cruise lines. It's just not.
It really is. I have not heard a lot of positive about the Paradise, not the Carnival Paradise, but the Islander or the Margaritaville at Sea Paradise. I have heard over and over again negative stuff. I have heard positive stuff. It's not like that isn't out there. I think it's about expectations. But if you're going on the Paradise, Margaritaville at Sea Paradise, and you are expecting a cruise experience like you would get on almost any other cruise line that normally cruises in American waters, you are going to probably be disappointed. The Islander is the same as those other cruise lines. The Paradise is not.
Yep. They run the Islander ship. I mean, like Matt said, it's like a Carnival cruise.
Yeah.
And the drink package for the Islander is like other cruise lines.
It's like a Carnival cruise, 15
you know,
maximum.
Paradise does the ticket thing, which is a different kind of situation.
Larry says it's sad to hearing the best about Paradise. I'm not trying to rag on the Paradise, and I haven't sailed it, so take everything I say
Cara loves it
with a grain of salt. Right? Yeah, her trainer loves it. There are people that have liked it. I think where the disconnect is that it is so different than other cruises, and so it's where you're setting your expectations. They're 2-night cruises, I think.
as a 2-night cruise, you have to be different.
Yeah. So, and also that's where they started from. So they bought out the Bahamas Paradise. They started Margaritaville at Sea. Now they've got the Islander. I feel like it's a stepping stone ship, and maybe they'll keep sailing the Paradise. I don't know, but I feel like they're going to keep heading in the direction of the Islander.
Right.
And maybe there'll be more ships. I wouldn't be surprised.
I read somewhere that their goal is to have 8 ships in the next few years.
I could see that.
And they might be building their own or getting their like another one. Like they've got another one in the works. I don't know if it's one that they're getting or if they're building one, but I don't remember where I read it. But I read that they've got another one in the works.
That doesn't surprise me at all because the Islander has knocked it out of the park. I think most people have had the reaction we've had.
Yep.
The Paradise, not so much. But again, I would go on the Paradise. And again, I want to emphasize, I'm not talking about the Carnival Paradise. I would go on the Margaritaville Paradise, and I think I would be okay with it as long as I set my expectations appropriate to what that ship is. It's basically a comfortable way to get to Freeport.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it is. And like there are people on our cruise that were kind of ragging on Freeport. I've not been to Freeport, but I know people who've been to Freeport and they've done some pretty cool snorkeling and diving. It may not be accessible through cruise line excursions or something, but
don't
I think I would enjoy Freeport.
Don't they have that deal where like you can sail over there, stay somewhere, and then like jump on the way back?
Like an all-inclusive, which that's cool.
That's cool.
And if sailing on a really old tiny cruise ship that's a little bit weird is how I got to get there, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Like I'll take it if it's the same price as a flight and it takes me a little more time. I'm not going to complain about that, but if you go in there thinking it's going to be like a fantasy class ship or something, it's not what it is. So.
Larry said, I've seen too much bad stuff about Paradise that I probably won't sail on her.
Well, especially for you, Larry, You come
That's too
coming
much
from
for you.
Canada?
That wouldn't be worth it.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
Like the only way I would say it would be worth it for you would be if you were like coming here for a different vacation and you were like, I got an extra couple days, I'm just gonna take this.
Yeah.
And like when we did the Lalita Loca Cruise Geeks group cruise, there was a guy on there and his wife, and they did that. They went on, it was Bahamas Paradise then. It was before Margaritaville bought them out, but they did that, and then they got on our group cruise, and they hated it. But I'm like, but talking to them about it, I was like, that doesn't sound that bad to me. But you know, depends on how much it costs and what you really want to get out of it.
Captain Billy is going to Freeport next week.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Stacy says maybe as Carnival retires Spirit class ships, Margaritaville will get them and add to their fleet. Well, I hope Carnival doesn't get rid of their
Right.
Spirit class ships because I like them.
And I'm hoping that Margaritaville at sea doesn't go lower than the Spirit class.
Yeah, I think
Like,
I think that's a good
want them
place to be.
I'd hate them to pick up
a
like fantasy class ships. Although they'd probably make it refreshed and feel better. I'd rather them just build up a little bit or parallel instead of taking a step back. And again, I'm not ragging on fantasy class ships. I enjoy them, but I enjoy Spirit class ships a whole lot more. So
Larry says we're still planning on flying into Tampa in 2026, but only one cruise for us. I'm not sure if we would like
Yeah.
back to back. Yeah.
And Larry, honestly, like, I mean, unless you're coming to Florida a lot and you're just like, I just want to see what the experience is. I would.
That's
really,
not that's not
I
the
really
that's not the
wouldn't.
second
Like,
cruise.
there's so much stuff to do in Florida.
Yeah.
And if you're going to be hanging out with us a little bit, I mean, yeah, definitely not worth it.
Your lizard's real tired tonight.
Yeah, she's knocked out. No, Stacy had said that. Larry says we are still planning on. Okay. No, oh, I'm not sure if we will. Okay, gotcha. And then yeah, so Captain Billy is saying back to back is fun, especially nice if you have the same cabin each cruise. I have not done a back to back yet, but I'm sure I would enjoy it. I just can't take that much time off work, but probably not as much on the Mardi Gras Paradise, but definitely on a typical
On the what?
the Mardi Gras. I'm looking at the lizard on the Margaritaville Paradise. I've done that multiple times.
You keep
now.
calling it the Mardi Gras Paradise.
Both start with MA. I've been to Florida once, and Ananda has not been there yet. Lots to do in Port for us. Yeah, I mean, you know, because I know you and Ananda want to see like maybe some Florida wildlife and stuff. And the cool thing about that is like if you want to come to Florida and do the theme parks and the beaches and all that stuff, especially the theme parks, you're gonna spend some bucks. You know, you go to Key West, it's expensive. But if you want to do nature parks in Florida, that's gonna be real inexpensive. Because some parks have entrance fees and stuff, but nothing like
Usually under $10.
nothing like theme parks.
For the car.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Everglades is more, but
Yeah, but it's for the car.
it is for the car. Yeah, but like around here, I mean, there's all kinds of great nature parks, and they're either free or close to it. So, Stacy's concurring back to back are the best. Yeah, someday. Wow, Marty, I don't get that kind of treatment.
You don't shut your eyes when I touch you.
Larry wants to see iguanas flying out of trees in Florida. Well, you have to come here in the wintertime down south for that.
I've not seen that.
No, we've seen iguanas in trees, that's for sure. But I haven't seen any falling out.
We have an iguana in our house.
Yeah. I hope we do fall out of a tree.
Yeah.
Excited to go to the aquarium. Yeah. Swimming in the ocean. Well, you've swum in the ocean. Honestly, like around here, swimming in the ocean is not that great. Unless you're just looking for the beach aspect of it. Like the visibility sucks almost all the time. There's not a lot to see underwater in the ocean in this part of Florida. If you go down south on the East Coast and into the Keys, there is, but that's why we cruise. So,
Yeah.
because it's cheaper for us to cruise than it is to go like stay in Fort Lauderdale for a week. Kimber, did you like the books that Anita recommended?
Yes, I am. I finished the first one on the cruise, and I started the next one. Yeah, I like them. It's about murder.
I do some pictures a little bit on the cruise.
Yeah.
I did a zombie fish that I started to color, and then I did like a beach night scene that I just kind of painted. Nothing exceptional, but it kept me busy.
I'm like really hot.
Yeah, it's pretty warm in here. It's like 80.
78. I turned it down earlier.
Hmm.
Guess I need to do it again. It'd do it on its own in 10 minutes anyway. But yes, Anita, like the books.
What is the Helping Hands for Cruising Cruise? It got bad.
It's over.
They're done.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It looked like they had a good time.
Yep. It did. It did indeed.
I wonder if the mezcal's why I'm hot. Alcohol.
I'm gonna try a little
by itself,
but on the rocks.
Oh.
Just a little bit of it. Uh-oh.
What?
We freeze? There we go.
Oh.
Okay.
Kimber, you read books about crows?
About crows?
Oh, no. I said it's about murder.
Oh. Groups of crows.
Yeah. Anita said it's cool that your shirt started a conversation.
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool. And he was like, "Are you really a lizard whisperer?" And I'm like, "I mean, kind of." And I don't remember how the conversation went, but it was friendly and seemed sincere, which was.
Well, then we told him we had lizards, and he got like really excited.
Yeah.
He was like, "Really?"
And then we showed him a picture of Marty with her Halloween costume on, and he like went and got other.
He
people
like grabbed the phone and said, "Look at this."
Yeah. Yeah. The next Helping Hands for Cruising Cruise is in November of 2025. Is that one in the Canada one, or is that one?
That's the Alaska one, isn't it?
Or that's what I meant, Alaska. Cool. A lot lizard whisperer? I don't get it. I'm missing something there.
Anita says, "I'm glad."
Stacy got it. I'm just out of that loop.
And you said, "I'm glad you did. I really got addicted to them." How many are there, Anita? I think I've got the first 3 downloaded onto my Kindle. I could probably look it up myself. Oh, here, look at this.
A lot lizard is a lady of the night?
Oh.
Is that a term for a hooker? Is that what you're saying? A lot lizard? I've never heard that. I have never heard that before. Please verify if that's what you mean, because that's hilarious.
Here, this is what I was just looking at. Oh, you can't tell what this is.
Blurry.
Can you see what that is?
4-Night Cozumel.
Well, read at the top. What's the website?
Margaritaville.
Yeah, I was looking at cruises for Margaritaville Sea.
Okay, gotcha. We both love anything tropical and a snorkeling. Oh, yes, at truck stops. I've never heard that before. I did have one guy, I was walking around, and this was just some drunk guy early in the cruise, but definitely a little drunk. And he saw my shirt and he was like, "Oh, lizard whisperer." And I'm like, what was that? So I thought he meant like drained lizard, or
Oh.
maybe he meant lot lizards. I don't know.
There's 9 of these books. I'm gonna be busy for a while.
A truck stop. So it's a specific truck stop hooker, is what I'm getting from from everybody.
Okay. Interesting.
She says 9.
That's what I said.
Oh, okay.
What you didn't listen to me, did you?
I did, but the number went out of my brain.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah, I've never experienced a lot lizard, so I can't say if I'm a whisperer of the lot lizards, but I probably am not. On the cruise, looking at maybe doing the introduction to scuba for an excursion, I think it is in St. Martin. Oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
That would be a good one to do it in, because I don't know what to do in St. Martin.
Yeah.
So, but Larry, you're not going to want to do it in San Juan. It's probably not available in San Juan. It's not going to be available at Princess Key, and you're going to want to snorkel with us at Princess Key. And I think we'll probably end up doing the underwater scooter / snorkeling thing that JT and Jen love so much
In St. Thomas.
St. Thomas, because
Yeah.
that looks really cool. And as much as their people enjoyed it, and
It's something so different for us.
and their people are not our people. Like a lot of our people are snorkel people.
We're all separate people.
I mean, but
I'm just kidding.
I mean, no, I mean, they're like I would expect like our crowd, a lot of them to be into that, because part of the reason why they started listening and
Right, it makes
watching
sense.
is because of cruise creatures, like Stacy pointed out, and we're the cruise creature people. So I think our people will like it. And at the end of this cruise, then our people will be their people. Some of them already are, and then some of their people will be our people,
And we'll all
So-
be people.
and we'll just be people. People are people. So how can it be? You and I get along so awfully. Do. And I can still get my airplane fix also. Okay. You mean like on the beach where they fly over you? Just be careful. Lady died there doing that. Fell and hit her head, got knocked over and hit her head and died.
By a plane?
No, I think it was on the curb. Because the planes, I guess they can knock you over,
Oh.
like with the
Oh,
wind
really?
or something. And so it was when we were doing the Cruise Geeks podcast, that's when that happened, because Tony and I like covered that story.
That's wild.
And it was like, my God, like if that was in the United States, that would be shut down. But in St. Martin, it's like, be careful. Which, I mean, I'm kind of okay with that, honestly.
This is so nice about other places. Like all the regulations just aren't there.
Yeah. Wait, an island tour in St. Martin? Whoops. Maho Beach, that's the plain beach. Yeah. It has been a dream of mine to experience the plain beach, especially when they were flying 747s. Do they still fly 747s? I don't even know. When a large plane takes off, the jet exhaust can be pretty strong. Oh, I bet. Yeah, Larry, that's all you. Because
That doesn't sound like
I have
fun.
no interest in that at all. Like, zero interest in that. But I mean, hey, if you want to do that, you should do that, because that's where you can. Just don't fall and hit your head, because that would make me really sad.
No more 747s.
No.
Oh, that just makes me think of pizza. Here. Imitations of robot voices now. Oh, I think we're back.
Oh, we might be back. Yeah. Arrived the captain. My father, who passed when I was 3, was a contest. Well, that's kind of cool. Sad that you lost your father at that young age, though. And disappearing act. Yes. And we're back. Yeah. Yeah. So it is almost 10 o'clock, and I suppose Down Under Cruises will be coming on, but we are going to sign off. Thank you guys for hanging out. Don't forget, I don't know when they're going to get the episode released because it hasn't even technically been recorded yet, but I think Sunday we're recording, if all goes well, on the podcast with JT and Jen. And I imagine he'll probably get it out in a fairly timely fashion. So check that out. And don't forget about the group cruise if you're interested in that.
Yeah, Captain Millie. Because I think you're the only one still on here that, or at least chatting, that's not booked.
Are we going to go live next week? Because your mom's going to be here.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
We don't know.
I don't know.
If we do, we may have Kimber's mom on. We've had my mom on. We haven't had your mom on. I'm not sure if she'd want to do that.
She's been on.
Has she been on?
She talked about her little cruise thing.
That's right. That's right. But she wasn't here.
No. Yeah. We did it Zoom with her or whatever.
That's right. We interviewed her.
She did recently go to the Philippines and did a cruise.
She did.
She could talk about
That's
that.
True. That's true. Yeah.
Tell her to prepare.
Yeah.
Have her do homework.
Yeah. We could talk about fancy things.
Yes.
So.
Probably keep the lizard away. She won't touch Marty.
She's not afraid of.
No, she's not.
Like the snakes. So.
Oh, Larry's sending me link or something, and I think it just came in.
And Kev says, I'll think about it. I do like the dream class of ships. Well, there you go. All right, guys. Like I said, we're going to sign off, and we will catch you later. Maybe next week, maybe the week after. We shall see. But until next time, have a great day, week, hour, minute, second. Enjoy it all. Weekend.
Yeah.
Enjoy it all.
Bye-bye.
See you later.